In my 2-year live, I told you about the letter I wrote to my day zero self. I mentioned the holidays, how they felt impossible when you're trying to stay sober. Today, I want to go deeper on that. Because if you can anchor to your identity during the holidays, one of the hardest seasons of the year, you can anchor to it anywhere. Let's discuss how emotions deceive and how identity prevails. This is Tendency 29. Anchor to identity, not emotion. And if you're the person I was on day zero, dreading the holidays, already convinced you'll fail, then you definitely need to hear this. Hey man, I know the holidays are coming and you're dreading them already. You're tired of lying, tired of pretending you've got it together when every family gathering ends the same way. You alone in the bathroom, ashamed. I know that feeling when everyone's laughing in the other room and you take the first drink just to silence the anxiety. You keep whispering, "I'll quit after New Year's," but you don't believe yourself anymore. You've broken too many promises, and the holidays, they feel impossible. But here's what I've learned during my first sober holiday season. The first Thanksgiving, I didn't go anywhere. I cooked my own meal and ate it alone in my apartment. Christmas was the same thing, just me, a plate of food, and the quiet. And before you think that's sad, it wasn't. It was survival. I knew that if I went to my family's house and smelled the bourbon, heard the bottles open, watched everyone loosen up while I white-knuckled a glass of water, I wouldn't make it. So I chose isolation over risking everything I was building. And here's what hit me sitting alone on Christmas. I'd rather eat ham by myself as someone who doesn't drink than sit at a table full of people as someone who does. That was the first time I chose identity over emotion. My emotions screamed that I was missing out. They told me I was being dramatic, that one holiday wouldn't hurt, but my identity said, I'm someone who doesn't drink, and I'll protect that, even if it means being alone. Your emotions, they will lie to you. They'll say, just one drink, it's Christmas. They'll say, you deserve to relax. They'll say, you'll fit in better if you drink with them. But what your emotions won't tell you is this. Waking up on January 1st, hating yourself again, far worse than any FOMO you'll feel tonight. So instead of asking, how do I feel? Start asking, who am I? I'm someone who doesn't drink. That's the identity. Not, I'm trying not to drink. Not, I'm taking a break. I don't drink. Let me show you what that looks like. You're at a holiday work party. Your foreman hands you a beer like every year. Your emotions say to take it so you don't make things weird. But your identity says I'm someone who doesn't drink. So you tell him, I'm good, man, and you grab a soda. He shrugs, and life moves on. Or you're at your in-laws. Your brother-in-law won't stop pushing. Come on, it's Christmas. Your emotions scream that you're the buzzkill. But my identity says, I don't drink. So you tell him that, direct, calm, and he drops it. Or he doesn't. Either way, you're protecting what matters.
This is what 2 years of sobriety looks like.
Or it's New Year's Eve, champagne everywhere, FOMO, pressure. Your emotions say you'll miss out, but your identity says, I'm someone who doesn't drink. So you raise your water glass, count down with everyone else, and stay the same person you were at 11:59. Sober, solid, and still standing. That became my anchor, and when I was sitting alone on Christmas, feeling pathetic, feeling like I was missing out on everything, I came back to that identity. I'm not someone who drinks. Even alone, I was still me, still sober, still building something, and I survived the first holiday season. Because if you can get through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, the hardest stretch of the year, you can get through anything. You'll trade the bottle for a journal, hangovers for early mornings, tight ropes for trails. You'll set goals instead of cleaning up regrets. You'll wake up ahead instead of behind. You'll keep your money. You'll rebuild your name. And on the first sober New Year's morning, you'll sit down with coffee, open a notebook, and plan a year you'll actually follow. Because you've already proved you can. This isn't about quitting drinking. It's about firing the version of you that couldn't stop. And here's the truth nobody tells you. Surviving the holidays sober becomes your proof. When February gets hard, when spring brings weddings back, when summer brings boats and beers, you'll have this. You'll remember that you got through the hardest season of the year without a drink. And if you can do that, you can do anything. That's when identity stops being something you protect and becomes something you believe. That's when I'm someone who doesn't drink stops feeling like a rule and starts feeling like your truth. And once you believe it, everything changes. The cravings lose authority. The social pressure loses volume. You're not fighting to stay sober. You're simply being who you are. That first sober holiday season isn't just survival. It's the moment you prove that the person you're becoming is stronger than the person you were. So if you're watching this and dreading the holidays, if you feel broken, hopeless, hiding behind, I'll stop after this weekend, I get it. But you don't need the full plan. You just need one truth. You're becoming someone who doesn't drink. Say it, protect it, believe it. The holidays, they won't break you. They'll reveal you. This is how you start. This is how you become someone better. This is how you become someone different. One tenacious tendency at a time.